Cisco and AUI Section 3 Pre-Assessment, Implementing Automation for SD-WAN. Which component in the Cisco SD-WAN architecture is the controller? Controller is vManage. So, however, controller is vSmart. vManage is the management. Okay. Well, I would say all these three are controllers. vBond is controller as well, and I think they are referred to as controllers in different places, right? So vSmart is the control plane device. vBond is the orchestration device, and vManage is, I guess it's vManage, right? Because this is like in the more higher level on meaning or understanding of the word controller, that should be vManage, I guess. And the edge, of course, is not a controller. It's just an edge device, basically a router. Which component exists in the data plane of the Cisco SD-WAN architecture? The edge. The edge is the only component that supports data plane. Which component in the Cisco SD-WAN architecture exposes the REST API? That's vManage. For sure. Yeah, this is the management component. But now I'm thinking about this first question. Should that have been the vSmart? Okay, anyway. To obtain a list of all edge devices using get device list, okay, I guess it's the SDK function. What input parameter do you have to specify in the query? C edges, controllers, V edges, WAN edges. So list of all edge devices. V edges should be the parameter. So I think there are two options overall. There is one option which is V edges, another one which is controllers. Right, so controllers will return, again, this is another confirmation for my correct understanding that all of them, vSmart, vBond, and vManage, they all are controllers, and they are referred to as controllers even in the vManage interface itself, in the API. So I can't stop thinking about the first question. Anyways, this answer is V edges for sure. Which request method is used to authenticate the vManage API? So the authentication with vManage is done through a cookie. You need to send the, oh no, to cookie. Yeah, cookie. Sorry. You need to send the post request with your credentials formatted as a URL encoded body, so basically raw body with username and password, right? And that is sent to the JSecurity check URL, and the post method is used for this purpose, and then it returns basically a cookie, and then this cookie can be used for subsequent requests. Which URL do you use to access the Swagger API documentation? So it's on the IP address of the controller itself. So controller itself will have the documentation. So then it should be like that: IP address, port. These are just IP address and port of the device, and then IP docs. Cisco docs. I don't think this exists. Cisco IP docs doesn't make sense. So first option here is correct. Which command utility will help you learn how to use the URI module? Okay, we are talking about Ansible here. Which command utility will help me learn how to use the URI module? So I know what URI module is. It's basically kind of similar to Python requests. It allows us to craft and make any arbitrary RESTful API calls. Is it Ansible doc? I guess, right? Because there is definitely such tool as Ansible doc, and it can provide documentation, and you can learn from the documentation. It makes sense, right? Ansible playbook and Ansible are, in my opinion, also valid answers because you can write a task or you can write a playbook which uses this URI module and then run them with these commands and then learn about how they work, I guess. But in kind of more direct meaning of learning, which is kind of obtaining information, I guess Ansible Doc is the better answer. Which task attribute saves the JSON response from a module? It is called register. Gags, I don't know what gags is, save, return. So register basically is the attribute which tells that, hey, whatever was the output from this task, save it in this variable. What is the Ansible role that is created by Cisco that contains specific modules for managing Cisco SD-WAN? Oh, that was painful. Because there's the old one, there is the new one. I was living heavily around this and been a while ago, so I forgot a little bit, but definitely it had a Viptela in its name. Ansible Viptela or Viptela Ansible. I think it was Ansible Viptela. And this looks like only one question was incorrect, and it was the one in regards to understanding Cisco's SD-WAN architecture and start automating it with the various APIs. Whatever that means. Okay, that's not too bad.